after crash landing in the jungles of Onderon on a secret mission to help assist the local rebel group in overthrowing the separatist droid army occupation. Things have gone awry. What was supposed to be a secret meeting in the jungle ambushed by the droids that somehow knew that you were going to be here, it seems. The rebel group, instead of attacking the skirmish in the jungle, rather violently putting an end to the droidicas after Josmo had cut down the B1s like butter, and Drakenstar and Master Crow handled the B2 very well. And Sar with his creative attacks on the droidicas. We find ourselves at the conclusion of battle, introduced to the rebel leader Saw Gerrera atop his Drexel, which is now atop a droidica.
Interesting.
Who are you?
Well, I would risk to say that I'm the one that you're here to meet, Master Jedi, I presume.
Your presumptions are correct. We're here to counteract a secret base. Are you aware of this?
You were supposed to meet us about 10 clicks west of here.
Yeah. That
for us to take you to our base.
didn't work out. We got shot down and nearly died. We traversed our way through the jungle in a few miles until we were ambushed by all these damned droids. It's like they knew we were here.
I'm afraid that may be the truth. I don't know how they
could tell our ship was coming in.
I agree.
You should have been able to slip under the radar if your pilot was flying properly. The droid sensors are notoriously bad in this area, which is why we chose it for the rendezvous. There shouldn't have been this many droids in this sector unless they knew you were coming.
They shot us down.
Could we have been betrayed?
Possible.
What name do you go by, and what beast is that you fly on top of?
My name is Saw Gerrera, and this is my Drexel Igor.
A very impressive beast. It seemed to crush the droids rather easily.
Impressive indeed, one of the fiercest beasts on Onderon.
I don't understand how we could continue to be secretive with you riding such a magnificent steed.
Well, I rather suggest we evacuate this area before more droids come out, Master Jedi. You may want to mount up.
Is there enough room?
There are 3 riders, or 3 Drexels, though his is the largest of the 3, and each between the 3 of them, will be able to transport the party.
I see no reason not to agree. If you are who you say you are, then you should take us somewhere that is a bit more safe than here. We made quite a bit of a ruckus back then, just now. Hop on, guys, and I'll hop on Drexel.
Same. I'll hop on.
I will also hop on.
All right, as the Drexels take to the air, you hold on for dear life. It was as fast as a speeder on this creature through the air. As you swoop through the treetops, flying just inches above the leaves. You continue for
This
some
is quite
time.
impressive.
Give me just a second. I'm sorry, give me just a minute.
Alrighty.
God.
All of you, hang on. This is going to be a
I'm
bumpy
sorry.
ride.
Woohoo!
Look over, and Drakenstar is just totally enjoying himself. Silas is hanging on for fucking dear life.
Holding on with one hand. Get on my spot.
Yeah, my left is just dangling, kind of flapping in the wind like a dog's tongue out of a window.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my.
Are you enjoying
You really
this?
should think about getting some replacement limbs. I think you should think about getting replacement limbs. You know, your mangled arm looks like it's about to rip out of its socket.
I see your
There,
lips
Crow.
moving, but I can't hear you. Just kidding. My
Ah
arm's
ha ha ha
fine.
ha ha. Those enhancements work just well. Those enhancements work just fine.
I'd
I
rather
know, because
keep
the
my
kid helped
humanity,
tune them
thanks.
up themselves, didn't you, boy? You say that speaking through a robot voice.
Some things
Let's not
are
forget your eye either, Crow.
a necessity, Drakenstar. I gotta come up with a nickname for you. Drakenstar's a bit of a mouthful.
I told you, call me Drake.
What about
How many times do I have to tell you
mouthful?
that, Crow?
What?
Your nickname should be
Those are
mouthful.
some nice horns you got there. He's got some nice horns you got there, young Togruta. It would be a shame if something were to happen to them, getting cut off.
Foreshadowing.
Now, when we get into this area, I think we should try to secretly get into this base. Because this is a secret operation. Hinting at the word secret, boys.
Well, we're heading now to our secret operation, Master Jedi. I'm afraid you won't have to infiltrate anything quite yet.
Goody. I was hoping we weren't just going to get dropped in and expected to handle the situation ourselves. A good briefing is always a must.
Of course. Alright, so as you continue on for about 15 minutes in the air, you suddenly swoop down off the edge of a cliff.
Whoa!
And
Woohoo!
and then
No.
back up to settle in the trees just on the edge of the cliff, where a small camp is set up. It's not very impressive. There's one small structure that seems to be the ruins of an ancient outpost, and then just a few small tents.
Josmo kind of like looks over to the group and is like, please remind me next time not to fly like that. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, as soon as we land,
Oh,
I
you'll be
immediately
fine.
hop off my Drexel.
I hop off and I go to the
I
nearest.
want one. Whenever this is done, I want one.
I'm afraid you'll have to go talk to the Beast Rider tribes about that.
I get off
We're
and go to
putting
the
that
nearest.
on our.
I get off and I go to the nearest bush and I want to puke in it.
He's got quite a weak
Yeah.
stomach.
Well, clearly,
Jake,
but before we leave this planet, that
is that
Beastmaster.
Facebook ding you every like literally 9 seconds? Can you turn that off, dude? Please.
That wasn't Facebook. I was trying to talk, and I'm getting messages from work. Sorry.
It's okay. Just put your phone on vibrate. You'll do good.
It's alright, Master Jedi. Most people puke their first time on the Drexel back.
How could you not?
If they survive.
Quite the specimen. Now, Sal, sorry about the pronunciation. This voice box is still need to get used to it.
Yeah.
Lead the way. We're rather curious and wanting to get on with this, if you don't mind.
Well, this is our base in the area. We'll be stopping here briefly for introductions.
Of course.
As you said, briefing.
Good. Rule number
Now.
13. It's always good to know what you're up against.
Well, you know quite well what we're up against, Master Jedi. That is hopefully why you've been sent to us.
No, we were told to come and help you. And this is a secret mission. That's all we were really told.
Sar says
Well.
Sar says under his breath. So far, it seems like a bunch of droids.
And I'm afraid, young Jedi, that a bunch of droids is what we will find. Once we enter the capital city of Iziz.
Yeah, is there any like?
We can annihilate a whole city of droids.
Is there any
Oh,
like? Is there like
Sorry.
any healing here? I've taken a few shots.
we have our small stash of medical supplies here, and you can rest here if we need. How critical are your injuries?
I like look him up and down. We're not doing too bad, but it was a bit of a firefight back there. A short rest would be most needed. While we're discussing the matter, I think that should suffice.
Awesome. So we will consider this while we're doing this a short rest, if we, for the purposes of hit dice healing there if you guys want to do that.
Cool. AJ, so I think you and I are the only ones who understand how hit dice work. So will you explain that to everybody?
So you have your hit dice from leveling up. You'll have 1 hit die per level, and since nobody multi-classed, they'll all be the same. So I believe everybody except James has a D10, and you'll have a number of those equal to your level. So I think, is it half? Can you roll up to half during one short rest?
In Star Wars, I'm not sure, but I wasn't aware if that was a rule. I think you could just blow all
Do you
of them,
allow
honestly.
Do you allow all of them in one short rest? Because we can do that. That's totally
Yeah.
fine.
I don't see that.
You guys probably don't even need that much anyway.
No.
But it's gonna. So you roll your hit die and add your Constitution modifier and heal that much.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
And
if I
then
roll 3d10s on a 5, a 5, a 6, go
Nope.
ahead.
So yeah, so if you roll 3d10s, you would use 3 of your hit dice. So there's a little square underneath your hit dice. It says hit dice spent. Fill in 3 of those, and then you heal that much plus your Constitution.
I rolled a 10 plus 3.
So 13.
yeah, make sure you add your Constitution modifier for each die
Roll it
that
again.
you roll, and then you regain all of your hit
So
dice on a
2
long
plus 3.
rest.
It's 5.
So it'll be 5. So you're at 18.
That's how much HP I've got.
Yep, one more.
One more.
9 plus 3 is 12.
Yeah,
So
I kind of
you're
figured
at
that's
full.
how it was with hit dice. So you could use
Okay.
all of them or 3 of them, but when you use them, they're done, and I don't think we get them compensated until it's after a long rest, correct?
Yep. But you'll have 10 since you're level 10 that you can use, so you can roll as many as you'd like if you'd like to fill up your hit points all the way, or
Yeah, that should be okay.
however much you want to heal.
I'm probably gonna keep hold on to my hit dice just in case, for a later time, if something bad happens.
You're max, aren't you?
I mean, unless you have a special ability, which, I mean, you do have Give Life, where you can roll your hit die and give it to someone else. But aside from that, unless you have a special ability that lets you use your hit die, the short rest is the time to use your hit dice.
Alrighty.
So Trev used 3 hit dice, bringing him up to full. I used 2, bringing me up to 37, which is just -1.
Okay. Sweet.
I'm gonna
Shit, I
use.
grabbed a pen
I'm
instead
gonna
of a
use
pencil.
3 as well. That's 7. Okay, so
I used 4 hit dice to bring me up to almost full health -1 hit point, so I'm good, and I have it marked out.
So that's 107.
30.
Is that right?
Yes, so I'm only have -1 now, correct?
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome.
Jump up the table.
Josmo, are you back to full?
I believe so, yeah.
Nice. Got max on that one. Sweet.
Yeah.
And then force users, you do not regain your force points on a short rest, but your tech points, SAR, do regenerate on a short rest.
Sample.
Just erase them.
And if we are done with that, we will get back to briefing.
Much needed, thank you. So,
Everybody got that settled?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the situation is this. We've been making small strikes on droid patrols, but we need to hit a bigger target, preferably one that will help us weaken the defenses for a larger Republic attack. Now we have a plan to get into the city, but we need to. We're hoping to have your assistance in attacking the more essential targets.
of course.
Our hope is to bring down the anti-air defenses so that we can bring in an aerial assault with the Republic gunships, but as is, the city of Iziz is one of the most heavily fortified places in the mid-rim.
May I ask, why are we so fixated on this city of Iziz?
That is the capital of Onderon, the seat of power, the largest city on the planet and the home of the only major commercial spaceport. It has been seized in a coup by the fool King Rash.
Is this King
Who's
Rash
allied him.
Is he our target?
I would like to see him dead personally, yes, but I do believe the Republic would prefer to capture him alive.
That is the Jedi
International.
speciality.
International political hostage coming right up. Shouldn't be as difficult as it sounds. It should be worse.
Do you know a secretive way into the city? Sewers, tunnels, something underground. Perhaps we could do an aerial. Well, we can't do aerial because they have anti-air defenses, don't they?
Indeed, we can't bring a Drexel within 5 kilometers of the walls. But I do have a plan. A farmer friend of ours has volunteered to smuggle us in with his next shipment.
Okay. That sounds promising.
That should get us through the gates. And from
What?
there,
Are you coming with us?
of course.
Very good. I kind of
I
look him up
hope-
and down. What is he carrying? Is he like armed to the teeth?
Currently, shit. I accidentally clicked out of Roll20.
Damn, you're back.
I'm back. Boom. That is him on the left. Yeah, armed to the teeth, like you said.
You look like you could handle yourself.
I try. I've done pretty well so far.
Is it just you coming with us, or are we expecting this whole group as well?
I plan to tag along to keep a personal eye on things. The rest of these have business elsewhere.
What kind of business?
Well, like I said, smaller things attacking patrols, keeping them all, distracted, keeping the droid army on their toes.
Yeah. So it says.
Understood, Saul. Excuse the questions. We are in a war. It's good to know who you're working with.
And we have been betrayed by those we called allies in the past, so we have to always keep our guard up, even against ones we've been assigned to. In fact, that's how
You
we
can
met
never
the
be
first
too
time
careful,
around.
Master Jedi.
It's
Feel
true.
free to ask as many questions as you will.
Unfortunately, that little encounter we spoke of previously is a new rule in the book. It wasn't there previously.
Book.
Never mind that now. I'm sure you'll hear me rattle off rules as we go.
He gives you a
He's got so
curt
many
nod.
of them.
Well, Saul, I think it would be beneficial for us all to get stocked up. You know, medical supplies, refresh our supplies on everything, and then I think we should get going. Look up what time of day is
Indeed.
it right now?
It's mid-afternoon.
Nightfall is coming, and we could utilize the cover of darkness once we get into the city. I think that would be most beneficial. But first, we must get beyond the walls.
Indeed. And we have to meet our contact soon. We can feel free to stock your supplies from this outpost before we leave.
Do you have any grenades, Soul? I need to restock my D-17.
We have ion grenades. They have been quite effective against the droids.
Perfect, I'll take as much as you got.
And another Jedi taught us a couple neat tricks.
Oh? Turn that off.
What Jedi?
Oh, General Anakin Skywalker and Kenobi. They were here until a couple months ago. Or they were here briefly a few months ago.
Didn't Windu mention something about them a while back, Crow?
Yes, they are one of our best, Drake. I don't believe you've met them.
What are some of the melee? No, I don't. I don't think I did. What about melee weapons? Do you have extra of those on hand? I love my saber, but I could always do with an extra weapon on hand.
We have a few vibro daggers, but we typically try to engage the droids at range. I'm no Jedi.
Neither am I, but I still love my close combat.
Do you have any like C4 type stuff? Something explosive to take out these anti-aircraft?
I'm afraid not. We might have, if you plan to attack the anti-aircraft cannons directly, we may have to find some artillery or explosives elsewhere.
I do like that idea.
The biggest thing we have is these grenades.
We could assemble some sort of explosive to handle the artillery. I like that. Put that onto
Perhaps a
your back
tank.
pocket. Yeah, tank. We don't know what we're up. Excuse us, Saul, but we've never been to this planet before, so we don't really know what we're up against. Are there innocents in the city, or is it just crawling with droids? What are we going up against here?
I'm afraid all of the residents of the city are. Many of them have grown accustomed to the droid occupation, though we do have supporters in secret. Any who openly support us have been labeled terrorists by the new king and his droid cronies.
Do you have anyone on the inside that we can meet up with and, perhaps establish a home base?
We have allies on the inside of the walls, some very potentially powerful allies. But, like I said, they can't support us openly, so we'll need to be secretive.
Understood. Is there anything more you have to brief us on?
Just that, unfortunately, boys, it's time to get back on the Drexels for a bit.
Hold on. I want to look around and
Yes.
see if there's any
Yes.
sap on the trees.
You already tried this.
Sap?
Yes, there's something I want to do.
Sure. You could poke a hole in the tree
All right,
with
I want to get.
something sharp.
I want to. That wouldn't work. I was gonna say put my lightsaber in the tree, but that would just heat up the sap.
What are you doing, Saw?
I'm trying to make sticky grenades. Stick them to the anti-aircraft.
Like it.
It'd be something.
That is pretty clever. Make the
I want to look around. I want to look around and see if there's any like a small vial or like a container of some sort that would hold a sufficient enough supply of sap.
We have canteens.
Perfect. Toss me one of those, and I'll catch it, and then I'll just toss it to you,
that'll
Sar.
do.
Good thinking, Sar.
And I'll take one of your vibro daggers, if that's what all you got for close range. I can still make it work.
Hey, Drakenstar.
All right.
Would you mind getting me one as well? It's better to be stealthier than go loud.
You're the definition of loud, kiddo.
Yeah,
What
right.
what do they do for damage? What are the damage? Oh, you are. What are the damage on those, bud?
It's a D4.
I was gonna say it's probably just a
And they
D4.
are, finesse, light, and thrown with a range of 20 for regular range, 60 for long.
Yeah, and my plan is to just go stealthy and slowly.
It's less powerful than usual, but it'll definitely work for up close.
Take out
And with my new attunement, I can make use of it for now. Thank you, Winged Hunter. Here you go, kiddo. I toss one to you too.
I catch it.
Well, back on the beasts then.
You do
I'm
manage
I'm the
to
first one on.
pop a
Let's go-
couple
I'll
holes
let
in the tree and fill up your canteen with some sticky sap there.
I got some. How many grenades do we have all in total?
Is there inspiration in this game?
I was not planning on it, no.
Okay.
Is that something I should do?
I
I
personally
don't know.
love.
It seemed a little confusing.
Yeah, basically an inspiration is just like an extra point to where you can use to re-roll. You know, it's a way to encourage good role playing. And also like not only you can assign inspiration, but like the players can elect to establish inspiration. So if you want to use us inspiration, I would like to give Trev an inspiration for that because I think that's a fucking awesome idea.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely creative. So you can just use it to re-roll for anything.
Yep, it's an inspiration, so you can use it to re-roll any dice.
Nice. Yeah, I mean I'm okay with that. That's actually
Many,
super creative.
yeah, many a life has been saved by the dice of an inspiration.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my god,
Re-roll
that
that
just
Amen.
death
makes my
saving
heart.
throw.
They don't work on death saves.
Oh, okay. That's the one stipulation.
Correct.
But they do.
Okay. But you could do it on a regular
But they
saving
do
throw.
work on basically everything else.
Yeah, anything but death saves, basically. But yeah, good idea, Trev. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's super creative.
Oh my god, I don't even know how.
Also,
right
they
now.
have just a bandolier with 6 more grenades.
Write that down.
Right, 6
This is a very small outpost. This
We
isn't
just-
like their main base.
We just look over and see Sar like shaking the canteen out, like with the honeys all. Sar, sick.
It smells edible.
It
It
does
just
smell good. AJ, you just exited Roll20 again. Or no, that
Did
was Jake.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't think so.
Jake, are you still here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yeah.
we can hear you, but you
Yeah.
popped off Roll20. All right, continue, AJ.
Well, apparently my
Sorry.
thing says
Uh,
I'm still on it, so that's weird.
No worries, just keep going.
Damn, dude. Thanks for the inspiration.
you hop back on the Drexels for unfortunately a longer flight this time is about 45 minutes as you rocket across the treetops. You see rising in the distance the great walled city of Iziz.
It's as intimidating as I was picturing.
Master Jedi, I do believe I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry, Jasmo. We're gonna get in. Everything's going to be okay. Promise. Just keep together. You know, listen to Soul. I like this cat. I like this cat. We can do this. This is why we were here. We're sent here. We're an elite team, specialized in this sort of thing. Plus, we have Dragonstar. Everything will be fine.
Not much further, Jedi. You can't go much further on Drexelback without being detected.
Master, I if when we get up to these anti-aircraft cannons, and like when we need to be super stealthy, but there's a risk of you being caught with your cane, so you might have to stay back at some points just so you don't get us caught.
Don't worry. I have a plan.
It could,
And I smile at you.
it could be very dangerous if we do. It could get us all killed, most likely.
We won't get killed.
And if worse comes
I
to
trust the
worse,
Jedi.
we have the grenades.
We will definitely need to utilize the grenades, I think, to get rid of the anti-aircraft. This will make a big boom, and we'll have to get the hell out of there. That is when the cane is going to be worrisome.
As soon as that grenade is stuck to it, we need to get as far away as possible and get like the complete opposite direction and get to the next anti-aircraft.
Yes, we need to periodically establish and strategically explode these anti-aircrafts as to not get caught on the first go. Does that make sense?
Master, when we do come up on these, I would like you to stay behind a building out of sight. Me and Josmo will sneak up, plant the explosives, and then you and we just need to get out of there.
Listen, we need to adjust and check the situation when we approach it. Don't be careful, young Padawan. Looking into the future is a deadly game. We will deal with what troubles come to us as they come. Understood?
Yes, master.
I kind of like look over to Sar and I'm like, yeah, Silas is right. Don't be hasty. That's my own personal rule.
It's not his fault. He gets glimpses.
Fair enough.
There's something different that I feel like is gonna happen here, and it's a different feeling. It's like something weird.
I feel it too.
I,
What do you
it's
mean something weird?
it's hard to sense, and these glimpses just keep getting.
It's a tingly feeling, right?
Yeah.
I feel it too. Just keep your guard up
Shit.
and stay by my side and let Drakenstar rush in.
Alrighty.
Y'all worry too much. We strategize when it's appropriate. And when we die, if we live, we complete the mission and move on. But don't worry, I don't think we're gonna die. I'm confident in all of us.
Nor do I.
Now let's get the hell out of here before this beast decides to eat us.
Okay, just a minute ago you were excited about this beast, and now you're worried it's gonna eat you.
All right.
Not me, you, because you all talk too much and it's looking funny.
As Saw and the other riders begin to slow the Drexels down as you approach a small farm about 20 miles away from the walls of the city. You see a man with a large green beast hooked up to an enormous cart full of root vegetables the size of your arm.
Well, this is an odd planet.
Hop off
Saw
the steed.
calls out, "Hi, hail Garavik." Saw, are these the Jedi you told me about?
I bow.
I just kind of like wave.
The man gives an awkward bow back to you.
No worries. I don't need the pleasantry. A good how do you do will suffice. And I'll go up and shake his hand. I'm Silas Crow. These are the other crows. Sar, Josmo, and Drakenstar. We're here to help. It's under...
Silas and the Crows.
That's what we call ourselves, right, boys?
Yeah.
That's what you
differ.
call us. I
I'm
never
not-
made any agreement to this.
I'm not a
You'll
crow.
just stand there shaking your heads.
I'm just like, yeah,
funny.
sure.
That's funny.
I did not agree
So you're
with
our
this.
contact to help us in the city, armor?
I did not agree with this. I prefer to be called the Raven.
Well, it's a working title. Anyway,
So you're
go ahead, Drakenstar.
our contact to get us into the city? You're our contact to get us in the city?
Your contact.
You're to ride to market with me, as I understand.
Yeah, he's pretty direct.
Do you think all of us will fit in there? And if so, where are you taking us once we get on the inside?
Well, I have a friend who runs one of the market stalls near one of the checkpoints y'all were talking about. And I can get you that far. I'm afraid you'll have to ride in the back. There's only room up front for 3.
What is your plan here?
Myself included.
What's your plan here, Garavik? Are you wanting us to hop in the back, hide under all of those roots, or do you want us to be in a disguise? What do you get inspected usually?
Well, you know these droids, they aren't nearly as bright or intuitive as the old guard used to be. So, I
Say
mean,
that again.
it might be a bit odd to have you just sitting on the back of my trailer there, but I suppose it might be a bit more awkward if they found you in the pile. As I said, they don't usually look too close.
How do you all feel hopping in the
Then
back,
under
hiding
cover of
yourselves?
vegetation we go.
Yeah, how do you all feel about hiding yourselves under the roots? And I don't know if my knee can handle being cramped up for so long. I'd like to sit up front if that's okay.
I
Uh-huh.
was gonna say you sit up front,
That's
Master
fine,
Jedi.
bro.
We'll hide under the roots.
Garavik, do you have a
Well, one more of you can stay in front.
do you have a spare shirt or outfit I could borrow? Make me look like, just one of you.
Well, I suppose if you're trying to be a bit more undercover, I could give you one of my coveralls.
That'll do. Thank you, I appreciate that.
It might not be the cleanest, I can't be out here doing laundry every week.
No, the dirtier the better, I foresee. I'll take and I'll put it back on. I'll throw it over myself and kind of hop in the passenger. Kind of just slouch up, put my cane.
All right, now it's going to be a bit of a slow ride here. I'm afraid my dear old Bessie up here ain't nearly as quick as a Drexel.
I think I have just a thing, actually. I'd like to walk up to it. And I just kind of waddle over there and just give it a pet. And I would like to cast Burst of Speed on it. And it increases its movement by 10 feet.
Nice. Shit, you get an inspiration. There you go.
Nice.
Thanks.
It's like a great use of burst of speed.
And I'll kind of waddle my way back to the passenger and sit down.
Well, what would have taken you an hour to get to get to the city now only takes about 35 minutes, thanks to James's intuitive use of burst of speed there.
Who is this James you speak?
I apologize, Master Crow.
An hourglass.
What is it?
An hourglass.
Cool.
Well, Bessie sure is moving
All the
quick
tricks.
today, says
I just-
Garavik.
I just smile at him.
As you approach the gate, it's starting to get dark, and there are only a few carts in front of you on the way in the merchant's entrance. And as you approach the guard station, Garavik just says, "Now y'all keep still back there.
Got it.
Let me do the talking."
Mm-hmm.
As you come up to the gate, B1 walks up and points its rifle straight at Garavik and says, "Halt, what is your business?" He says, "What you think my business is? I got a cart full of veggies. I'm taking them to market in the morning." And the droid says, "Where's your entrance pass?" To which Garavik pulls out a small chit and tosses it at the droid, who fumbles as it strikes him right in the face, and bends over to pick it up and scan, and then hands it back to him. Says, "Move along, sir," and lets you straight through the gate, where you enter a busy market area
Perfect.
as the sun is setting, and you approach after a few blocks driving in between the carts and market stalls. You approach a string of shops built into the side of a building, all one big string of shops in one building, and pull around the back. And Garavik says, "All right, I think we're in the clear, boys."
Alrighty, nice, thank you.
Perfect.
Can we get out of this cart now?
I pile on out.
I hop out. Ugh.
How was the ride?
As you hop out, a large carrot-like vegetable falls out the back of your robes.
Looks
Oh,
comfortable.
no.
I'd take a bite of it. Could have been worse.
I
Could have
was
been
comfortable.
worse.
It's
I was very comfy. I'm very serious.
Drakenstar. You realize
As he
what that just came out of, right? You realize where that could have been, right?
Yeah, it came out. I've had to eat worse from less, little man.
Garavik
down.
interjects, "It came
That
out of my
food route
field.
much
You
as-
better be planning on paying for that."
I will actually walk up to him and be like, I think you should be most compensated for what you've done, and I would like to hand him like a chip of credits, like a handful of credits.
Oh, no. He bumbles as he was absolutely not expecting payment. Oh, well, thank you, Master, Sir, Jedi, Sir.
No, it's Silas. Thank you. We'll be going now. If we have any more questions, or if you have any... Sorry, let me restate this. If we have any problems, can we count on you to get out of the city?
Hi, of course, Master Jedi. I'll be staying the night at the merchant's hotel around the corner, and then I plan to leave in the morning. But y'all give me a call, and I'll be outside the gates within an hour.
How about this? I'll reach in and grab a few more credits, and I'll hand it to him. You don't leave until you have us in tow.
Yes, sir, Master Jedi, sir.
Here, keep this on you, and I'll hand him my comm. We'll come in contact with you as soon as we need to escape.
Of course. I'll wait your call.
I'll bow. May the force be with you.
He tries
I
to
just
make
hold
an
him part of the
awkward
carrot,
bow
like,
and
"Thanks for
spills
the
his
crop."
credit shits all over the ground.
I just roll my eyes.
Better not lose those. Better not lose those, farmer. Thanks for the crop. It's good.
Did you hear when I said
Joshua just
that?
kind of like rolls
Oh,
his
you
eyes and
realize
is
when
like,
that
"Oh
happened, he's
God,
like,
this is gonna be bad."
So I'm gonna go to
All
Saul.
right, so
You're all so sensitive and worry too much. All right.
okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Saul, and I'm gonna be like, "So you said you had some friends on the inside. Do you mind taking us there?"
They're to meet us a few blocks away at one of the cantinas.
Perfect. Lead the way.
Cantina.
what's a cantina?
Maybe we can stop for a drink.
Canteen
Or
is like
not.
bar.
I really don't care. But still.
I would love a drink. So, like, what we see on screen, is that, like, what's kind of happening? Like, there's actually a bunch of,
Can
like,
you
actual
even-
humanoids?
Yeah, it's mostly humans in the market. Which right now you're in like an alleyway behind one of the shops.
Dragonstar, as you kind of say that, I just, like, turn back to you, and I, like, remove my voice box, and there's just a disgusting, grotesque hole. Like, all my teeth are knocked out, and it's, like, my tongue's kind of purplish because it's not really used. And I'll just, like, show you that, and then I'll put it back in. Of course I can drink.
Only a face a mother could love.
I
Only a
smile.
face a mother could love, Crow.
I smile at you. Come on, Saul. The first
Yeah,
round's on
which,
me.
again, looks horrifying. Oh,
All right. So Saw leads you through the market toward the cantina, where you enter and see a more varied spread of species. Where outside it's dealing in the market, it seemed like it was mostly humans. There seemed to be a few more aliens in here, though it is still mostly humans, but there's a few Ithorians and a Deveronian over in the corner. A couple Rhodians playing a card game in the corner. But you notice, Saw scans the room for just a moment before heading to a room over on the side where a large human man with a great gray beard is sitting alone.
Sit with him.
And as Saw approaches, the man stands and they grasp each other's forearms and then sit down and wave for you to do the same.
Yep, we'll join him. I will actually not join. I will go to the bar, and I will try to get us a round of drinks. I kind of just nod to Sar, like, take your seat.
I want to actually go up to the bar.
and I'll help
Master.
you carry the drinks. I'll sit at the table then, with the soul and the other contact.
And I say to the.
All right, you.
I say
Sorry.
to the person that's
Go ahead.
giving the bartender. I say, give me the strongest one.
The strongest, eh?
Make that 5.
All right, give me a moment. They come back with a bottle of this electric green liquid that seems to almost pulsate. And 5 shot glasses.
Perfect. I'll scoop up the glasses and say, put it on our tab. We're over at that table over there.
I want to tip him like 3 credits.
You just throw 3 credits on the counter and walk off?
Like a boss.
And say the rest is on our tab? Alright.
Oh my god. I come back with a bottle and 5 glasses, and I'll just, like, hand them out to everybody and pour each of us a shot.
Oh, thank you, Master Jedi.
It's Silas.
A little... Silas. This is Master Crass, the, former master of the King's Guard before the king decided that he needed to replace them with battle droids.
Oof. It's never good getting replaced by a, pardon my word, but robot.
What happened? Why the sudden change in Loyalties.
Well, the bearded man looks at you and with a booming voice says, "Well, unfortunately, Saw and his band were showing that the droids weren't all they were cracked up to be. The people were beginning to have doubts, and the Fool King decided that he needed to show trust in the droids by replacing the legacy of the King's Guard, which has stood for 1,000 years, with those filthy metallic monstrosities."
I didn't even realize this is a YouTube video.
That's gotta hurt one's pride, doesn't it?
Not nearly as much as the hurt is. It does not nearly hurt as much as it hurts to see what Onderon has become under this fool.
It honestly doesn't seem that bad. I would have liked to seen it in his heyday.
I grabbed my
Aye.
drink. I grabbed my drink and I just down it.
I'll hold mine up
I
and
make it.
try to cheers everybody, and Sar just drinks his immediately, and I just shrug, and I'll cheers everybody else, and then I'll take mine as well. Ooh,
Wait, what? We have to roll?
Is everybody drinking?
he said make a con save.
Before I finish my drink, I asked the bearded man one more thing. What
Get +3. So
is
17.
anyone else in line for the throne other than the king?
God, your dice
Currently in
honestly
dispute of
sucks.
the
It's okay, I
with
got an
the
11.
controlling all the
It's not
droids.
bad.
I got a 17.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
It's my Dad. It's Sar's first time drinking alcohol.
Other than your
No, I don't
king,
It's not.
who has
Once you turn 18,
forsaken
it's
the
legal
guard
monsters.
and overrun this planet with buckets of bolts, has anybody else have a claim to his throne on this planet?
For your birthday, I definitely won't be drunk.
Aye, the old King Dendup is still held in the
You just-
in the usurper's prison,
You saw.
forced out to puppet his
What kind?
new master's words. Just yesterday, he was forced to denounce Saw and his rebel group's actions, though he had nothing to do with them. The Fool King flounders in search of some action to take against us.
You call him a fool. Has he reigned over this city long?
He has ruled for nearly 2 years at this point after his coup seized the throne from Dendup, and he aligned himself with the separatists.
I'm gonna go see if dinner's ready.
Onderon has stood neutral in many galactic conflicts for thousands of years. Now to side with these separatists.
Usually, how it goes, Master Crass, is that they have little decision in the matter. I fear that's what's happened here to the city. Are you aware why we're here?
Aye, you're here to help us put Dendup in the back on the throne. To which Saw turns and says, "Not quite, old friend. They're here to help us defeat the separatist army." To which Crass spits and says, "Same damn difference."
Speak for yourself, Saul. We're able to make our own choices, and it is my liking to help as many people as possible.
And to
With
cut down as many of these damn droids as possible.
That's why we brought him along.
I like this one. Ready for some destruction, eh?
As do I.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I hope you know how to handle yourself.
We do.
Oh, everybody that drank, give me a constitution check, sorry.
21.
I was gonna do that.
I got 20. 21? I got a 21.
God damn.
I got a 17.
I got an 18. 18.
Is Josh here, or did he disappear? I think he disappeared again. Alright, well, alright, so, Master Crow and Drake, you guys are feeling a little buzzed, but, Silas, you got absolutely nothing. It's not touching you.
I like swallow hard and be like, look at Star. Like,
Sorry.
it reminds us of your birthday. I'm back on the ship, you remember?
Yeah, when we snuck it on board.
It was your birthday. What was I to do? Not celebrate? It's your 18th birthday. Come on. You know it's a Gruder law. 18th, you're basically a man.
The only one that knew on that ship.
Keep the stories at a minimum, please. It's not really relevant here.
Yes.
As I say this, I pour everybody another shot.
Oh, snap.
So, Master Crass,
I down mine.
are you willing to help us on our endeavor? We are here to help you as much as possible, but our main goal at the moment is to get rid of the artillery. And I kind of say that, I kind of lean into the table when I say that. Make sure no one hears me.
Indeed. I believe I may have a few choice targets that you might find interesting. I've managed to keep in contact with the few allies I still have in the palace. The king has made the foolish, paranoid decision of moving the primary control for the aircraft cannons to the outpost nearest the castle. And I believe this presents us with a unique opportunity, though it would require a more bold approach than trying to take them out one by one.
How many artillery anti-air defenses are there that you're aware of?
The walls are lined with 6 heavy turbo laser cannons that would shred any incoming spacecraft not authorized, along with smaller, lighter blasters that are still a threat to smaller craft.
You said authorized. Do you know who gives this authorization?
The Port Authority gives permission for landing at the spaceport.
That could be an interesting place of interest, if you catch my drift.
Indeed, that
As
may
we're
be
all
another
talking at the
avenue
table,
of opportunity.
What'd you say, Drake?
As we're all talking at the table, offhand, as we're all talking at the table, I'd like to look around, make sure nobody's paying particular attention to our group.
Ooh, very
Do I
nice.
notice anybody spying a little too close?
You want to roll a perception?
On it. $15.
You take a look around, and it doesn't appear that anyone is interested in you. Everyone seems to be busy, loudly chatting at their own tables or playing their various games.
It appears our conversation is as private as it has remained. Nobody's observing us here, so we're still clear there.
I just kind of nod to you, Drake. Thank you. Keep your eyes peeled. So, Master Crass, when do you want to... When would you like to take off?
Alright, well, with these strong drinks you've brought us, I suspect I won't be in action till morning.
Like, look him up and down. What, are you soft? You don't strike me as an individual who has such a quality.
Well, you have brought us one of the strongest drinks on the planet, sir.
Yeah,
And
gets the blood flowing, you know. Tend to sharpen my mind. It helps. It's at this moment you guys kind of realize
Helps you
that
numb your
Silas
pain, maybe.
might be an alcoholic.
Oh my.
Just maybe a little bit.
Well,
you have a stronger stomach than I, Master Jedi. 2 shots of the demon draught ought to put me away, even as a younger man.
I've had stronger. Have you ever been to Coruscant?
Can't say I have.
I'll have
I'm
to take
from
you sometime.
Taking me there.
I am sure once you've restored my king to the throne, we would love to visit the Jedi Temple.
I'll hold you to it. Sorry, what are you talking about? That's where the Jedi Council is. It's the Jedi Temple. Coruscant. Pay attention, boy. You've had too many... I, like, rip his drink away from him. You've had enough.
More.
No.
I'm being the most responsible one here out of the group and not drinking.
I notice you're not drinking, and
Oh, well, look at you. A picture of...
You haven't even touched your shot, Josmo, in front of you?
I look down and I'm like, not my thing, because I don't think Josmo would actually drink, like on a mission.
Are you gonna drink that, Josmo?
Here, Jasmine.
Fine, I'll take 1 sip.
It's a shot, so you take the whole thing. Here's a chaser. And I'll kind of like, there's like a barmaid walking by, and I'll just turn around and grab the glass and slide it over. It's like a yellow cup, and it has some sort of yellow liquid, who knows? And I hand it to him.
And she goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I'll just give her a credit.
That was 5.
I
Oh
will
my.
wave my hand to her, and I'll say, 1 credit will do fine. I will cast Affect Mind on her.
What do you say? It works so well.
Did you mean coerce mind? I think affect mind just
Gives me
it's
advantage.
just a regular charm. Okay. So do you want to roll? Is it a persuasion?
Yeah, it's whatever you want. I said 1 credit will do fine.
All right.
Maybe
Yeah. Go ahead and
later
roll
we can
a
cast
persuasion
someone
with.
else.
advantage with your.
That is a 26.
Okay.
Oh damn! She's
Wow.
all right. I'll just tell the boss to put the rest on your tab and moves on.
Bitch.
I was,
Paid for that drink.
I was hoping it was gonna work too good.
Take the shot, Josmo, and drink it with that yellow
Yeah, which brings
liquid there.
Cosmo like kind of looks at the drink warily, but drinks it anyways.
As you choke it down, try and make a Constitution save for me.
I'm gonna
Go
reach
ahead.
over.
Go ahead and add another 2 with your chaser there.
There you go. If he seems like he's struggling, I can help him as well.
I'm just gonna hope he gets drunk.
13.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna reach over and kind of see that he's struggling, and I put my hand on him, and I'm just going to use, it is called Defiant, and once per rest, I can add a d4 to any roll to that. So, oof, you're only gonna get a +1 to that.
So you got a +1 from the D4 and a plus.
Plus 13.
+1 from the D4, +2 from the chaser, so we're got a 16.
I'm like, the key is to take a drink after you take the shot. Now! Like, now, Josmo. And I, like, shove the yellow liquid into your face.
Josmo, you narrowly managed to avoid puking as he shoves this green liquid down the yellow liquid down your throat as the warm green liquid of the shot burns your throat.
There you go.
I'm just like-
there it is.
I'm just sputtering like, Master Jedi, don't do that, please.
Like, pat him on the back. There you go. Much better, right? Clears your head.
Master Jedi, I think you might be an alcoholic.
Sar puts his hands on the table and he just puts his head down and he passes out.
Oh shit.
And the child's a lightweight. Clearly, I think we've probably had enough.
Dude, I
God
had,
knows
like,
how much
6
this bottle is
shots.
going to cost us.
I already paid for it, in fact, and I'll kind of stack up all of
First
our
of all, you had-
shots. And I'll cork the bottle, and I'll just, like, tuck the bottle in my robes.
First of all, you had 2 shots, and you're already this hammered, so your multiplication is definitely off.
2 shots.
Second
That's
of
what
all,
I said. We all had
was there
2
some
shots.
place-
2 shots is fine of this demon stuff.
Well, the boy says he had. Well, the boy says he had 6, so clearly he's drunk.
I'm new to alcohol.
You must be hearing things.
Well, you Crass pats Sar on the back, says, "Well, I'm afraid you'll have to find a place to stay for the night. I can talk to the owner of my lodgings tomorrow and make sure that it's okay you spent the night tonight."
Wait, what? I'm
Is he-
fine. I'm fine. Let's go blow up some anti-aircraft.
He laughs and pats you on the back and says, "Take it easy, young one."
Silas just smiles. Though I still think, Master Crass, that would be a valuable reservation, if you please.
Well, as I said, Master Jedi, it's often easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Rule number 72.
You'll
Ain't that the gospel truth?
Are you guys ready to head out, or are you still gonna hang out at the bar for a while?
That is a good question.
Is it nighttime?
Well, since the
Yeah, it's by now it's fully night.
All right, I'm gonna kind of lean in, and I'm gonna be like,
I think we can get ready to head out.
I'll agree. I think it'd be most valuable if we can do this stealth mission under the cover of nightfall. Master Crafts, could you tell us where all of the pinpoints would be to take out the anti-air defenses? You said there was a point authority. Could you also tell us where that is?
The port authority would be at the entrance to the spaceport, though I'm afraid they're going to be closed for the night. As for the anti-air defenses, there's a tower located periodically around the outside walls of the city, though each is lightly guarded by droid patrols.
I think it'd be more valuable to take out the port authority, especially since it's closed, rather than go around periodically and make a big noise. What do you think? And I'm kind of looking at all
I
you
just
guys.
like to clarify the port authority is who we said who sets up landing privileges and like letting people by. So
here's my
are
thought. We could go in
Okay.
there and sabotage the place and trick their droid systems into allowing our allies into landing into the space station.
Oh snap! All right, let's roll with that.
Clever Crow. Clever Crow. Clever.
All right, back in character. As Crass says, I suppose if you don't want to wait until tomorrow, we can. You can, but I'm too drunk. You're on your own there.
It's fine.
And I'm as Saw has been seriously quiet, especially since his second shot. He's been sitting there. You notice he's kind of seems like he's focusing a lot on just blinking. He's having a hard time keeping upright.
All right. I'm gonna like try to catch the attention of a waitress walking by. Could we get an order of your squid or your calamari? Rule number 74. Hero is not good on an empty stomach. And I'll hand her 10 credits. One for the table, please.
Side of squid bites coming up.
Thank you. So,
Good bites.
turn back to you guys and we're like, do you guys want to go back to the hotel, establish kind of a little bit of a home base, and go try to sabotage this place, what is it called? The Port Authority. I think that'll help. And then we could try to figure out what to do with the air defenses, the anti-air defenses, rather, from there. What do you think? That seems like a solid plan in my perspective.
How many are going?
At the very least, it's good to have. At least it's good for us to have a place to go back to. So find out where we could be staying, and then if we plan on hitting the Port Authority tonight, and then work about the anti-aircrafts tomorrow. I think that's a good plan, Crow. I think that's probably our best bet.
So
and I believe all of us will be going.
we have two
No.
options, Drake. We could go with Master Crass, and he said he has a room for us available. Though we could be a bit more under the radar and go to the Merchant's Hotel and stay with Garavik.
Your rake says something on the inside.
Matters not to me as long as we try and get something done before this night ends.
I look over to Master Crass. Are you expected to be a part of anything unusual? You know, part of the kind of lean forward, you know, the rebellion and all?
I've been doing my best to lay low, Master Jedi.
Can you guarantee our safety?
As he looks around a little bit, well, nothing is guaranteed safe within these walls anymore.
Alright, I'll turn back to everyone. So we get a half guarantee safe order upon this man's word, or we could go hide out completely undercover with Garavik.
I say we hide with Garavik.
And you, Drake?
As long as we can get back and contact him with the plan for tomorrow, trying to get out the spaceport, the anti-gunners, we should be able to figure it out. I'll do what's best for our group.
And I look over at Sar to
Whatever
ask him.
decision, besides
and
half of you are drunk.
Yeah, his eyes are droopy. He's just barely trying to blink, and I'm just right.
And then his head just hits the table.
Yeah, he's
And I'm hopefully those squid bites will
and he's out again.
Yeah, he'll be all right. So I guess
the squid bites arrive at this point.
Perfect. And I kind of shake Sar. Sar,
Akka.
get this in your belly. And is there any dip, man?
Yeah, there is with it.
I'll slide him over the
Yeah,
and
some sort of creamy orange sauce.
I'll take a dip too, and take a bite. So I guess I'll wait for the waitress to leave, and I'll be I guess this is a matter of location then. Do you know where the Merchant's Motel is, Master Crass?
The Merchant's Motel would be 2 blocks back to the south.
Okay, and what about this place that you speak of?
The Port Authority. That would be to the spaceport out to the east.
Okay, and where would you let us stay?
My hostel is just next to the cantina here, within an easy, just 2-minute walk.
Okay, so the Merchant's Motel, if I'm understanding this correctly, is pretty close to where Master Crass is going to take us.
Yeah, it's not too far from here. It's just a few blocks. The Master Crass's lodgings is right here, right next door.
Okay, so there's not much.
So it's like a
difference.
2-minute versus a 10-minute walk.
All right, I think we should stay at Garavik's hotel. Just try to lay low as much as possible. With all due respect, Master Crass, I want to keep you anonymous as much as possible. You understand?
I can't say I don't appreciate it, Master Jedi.
Oh, do you get offended by this? I'm trying to keep you out of the hot water. Out of the
Sorry?
hot seat. I'm trying to keep you out of the hot seat.
Yeah, I said I can't say I don't appreciate it.
Oh, don't. Okay. Very good, then. Is there any way we can get a hold of you, Master Crass?
He'll give you his comm information.
Perfect. Well, we will try to do our thing over at Port Authority tonight, and we will hopefully hear from you in the morning.
Would you like to just give me a call when you're at somewhere safe?
Tonight? Or in the morning?
I suppose we'd. Yeah, we'll contact back in the morning.
Okay, will do. If you hear anything about what we've spoken of tonight, you have never seen us, of course, and this goes vice versa. enjoy your squid. And I will take another squid and dip it in the sauce and kind of squish, scoot the
Shove it
plate
in
towards
your
him.
hole.
Yeah, and I'm gonna scoot the plate towards him, and as I stand up.
Luck be on your side, Master Jedi.
I'll just wink at him. And I'll grab Sar, who's like drooling. There's a line of drool that comes from his mouth to the table, and I'll kind of like wipe his face on my robes and stand him up. Well, we best get going then.
I've been blowing this thing up tonight in the morning.
All right, Josmo. All
Tonight.
right, Soul, let's go. Before you both pass out on the table.
I will like stumble my way out of the door and follow after the Jedi.
Thaw, as he tries to stand, vomits on his shoes
Ugh.
and says, I'm sorry. Go. Good. I'll meet you. And throws up again.
Oh dear. And I'll like go over and lean on his back and kind of just rub his back, and I'll be like, "Why don't you stay here with Master Cross? We'll get in contact in the morning. You stay with him."
He nods through the gagging and sits back down.
Does he have like a pistol or something on his hip?
Yeah.
All right, I will. I'm just gonna try to take that off of him and say, "Can I borrow this?"
He's too drunk to stop you.
Sweet. I'll just kind of hold on to it and tuck it away, and I'll walk the fuck out this bar.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I think we all agree on that.
I missed that
sentiment.
last part.
It's all good. I pocket the pistol and leave.
Awesome. So you guys slide out and you're going to head towards where he said the Port Authority building was?
I think we should establish base at the Merchant's Hotel. So I think we should head towards the Merchant's Hotel. Or was it Crass's place that we wanted to go to? I kind of missed it.
Merchants.
I think we should go to the Merchant's Hotel as well.
Yeah, I
It's
think it was
merchant.
the merchants that we.
And
had
then we check out
discussed.
So yeah,
and then we'll check out the port afterwards.
yeah. So let's head to the Merchant's Hotel.
Alright, you make your way over to the Merchant's Hotel, walk in the door and see there are several farmers, including Garavik, sitting
Don't
over
be
at a small cafe table in the lobby, having a drink and a chat.
Seems good.
And as you walk in, he sees you and waves. He goes, Master, and catches himself before looking just dead ahead, with his eyes wide for a moment, and then looking back at you and giving you a gentle wave.
I'll kind of like raise both my hands, like it's fine, and I'll approach him. Garavik, how's it going?
Master, Silas, I'm sorry. I've had a bit to drink.
So and I'll just kind of read the room right now. I just want to kind of like do a 360 and just casually, very nonchalant, and I just want to kind of make sure nothing weird's going on.
You want to make a perception check for me?
Sure.
Sweet.
That is a 25.
All right. Well, you just see it. There are a couple groups similar to Garavik's little band of comrades here that are sitting around. It's a rather small lobby, so it's just them and one other group and the concierge at the desk who does seem to be eyeballing you a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to Garavik. Garavik, my friend, it's been a long time. What brought you here to the city? I assume you saved us a room, all of us, right?
Well, I mean, I only had the one room. I wasn't planning on.
Oh,
I didn't know we were.
you always do this, Garavik. You always forget to. I'll take care of it.
I'm
It's fine. I'm gonna walk over to the receptionist. Apparently, my friend here forgot to tell us that he had some guests. Is it too much of a trouble to add us to his room? And I will wave my
the
hand. I will wave my hand and do affect mind. So if there's a roll, I have advantage on that.
okay. He just says the clerk is a Rhodian who squeaks at you. Well, with short notice like that, it's going to cost double.
I think it should cost nothing. And I will wave my hand one more time. We're old
Do
friends,
you
you
want
see.
to make a persuasion for me? And you just have advantage with your affect mind, right?
Yeah, so that is a 18.
18. All right. He says, you know what? Garavik spends enough money in here every time he's in. I'll comp the room this time.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Dreadfully sorry. You deal with him constantly. He forgets constantly. He's had a few to drink. I
He
apologize.
is he is quite a fool, but he brings the money in.
Yeah, but we love him, don't we? And I'll kind of just shoot a look over at him. I do appreciate it.
I'll just stick you in the room next to
Do you want
him.
any sauce? Do you want any sauce?
No.
And what was your name?
I'm uh John Smith.
John Smith.
You adopted me.
All right, I'll put you down, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. And sorry again for any inconveniences.
Of course, no problem.
All right, I'll walk back over to our friend. So it seems you forgot to save us a room. It's getting pretty late, don't you think? I think it would be time to turn in.
I Master Jedi, if you say so.
It's Silas.
Good. And the people at the table look up at Garavik as he let that one slip.
I am just going to reach into my robes and pull out the bottle and place it on the table. And I'm going to say, "Mum's the word," and put a finger over my lips.
Brilliant. They shut their mouths, and Garavik quickly skitters off to his room.
All right, we follow. I follow.
I will follow as well.
I just got to say, I love like role play powers so much. They're so good.
Yeah, and you haven't even busted out the beefy one yet.
Dude, it's so fun. All right, continue. I'm having a blast.
I follow as well.
You follow Garavik up the narrow hallway to his room at the top of the stairs. Where as you walk up the stairs, he goes, "I'm so sorry, Silas. I didn't mean to mess up your operation. I ain't trying to mess up with the Jedi's trying to save us."
It's fine, Garavik. It's understandable. Listen, we would like to go into your room and have a quick discussion, if we may.
Of course, whatever you need, Silas.
Well, you have the key.
He waves his key card in front of the scanner, and the door hisses open.
And
And he ushers you inside.
Josma's like, this is gonna be one bumpy ride, y'all.
I'm gonna lean in and whisper to Josmo. Josmo, take this, and I'm gonna hand him our key card to our room.
Mm-hmm.
Will you just go investigate the place and make sure nothing is wrong with the room?
Sure.
I'll leave the door unlocked for you.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go do that right now.
It should just be next door.
Yep,
Alrighty, so
it's right there.
do you want me to do an investigation roll really quick?
If you, what are you like looking for bugs or like,
I'm just like looking to make sure that there's nothing out of the ordinary in there.
okay, let's call it a search check.
Okay, so I'm guessing investigation for the like to roll it.
And it, isn't search, no. Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty, here we go.
I thought there was, no, guess not.
14.
14. You don't notice anything unusual. It's just a small room with, well, I mean, you notice that it doesn't have nearly enough beds for you. It only has 2 beds. But other than that, it seems like just a cheap hotel room.
Got it. I kind of walk back to the room and I like knock 3 times.
It's unlocked. When you approach, I think it opens.
Oh. So I kind of like walk in and I'm like, yeah, there isn't anything in there, but there's only 2 beds. So yeah.
The receptionist must think he's a joker. There's 4 of us and must assumed we were couples.
Oh god.
Very funny.
I'm sorry, Master Jedi Garavik blubbers at you. Y'all can take the 2 rooms at beds in my room. I'll sleep on the floor, or I'll go. I'll just go back and hang out in the
Nonsense,
lobby
farmer.
with the.
Nonsense, farmer. I'll sleep on the floor. You can have your bed.
No,
I've slept in worse conditions. All of you can take a
Gentlemen.
bed tonight. I'll sleep on the floor.
I don't think we're going to be doing much sleeping, if you catch my drift.
Obviously not now, but later. So are we ready now that we have a home base? Are we ready to get it done?
Well, hold on a second, Drake. Let's fill in our friend here. Why don't you go ahead and tell him what the plan is? I'm going to go ahead and kind of collect all of our stuff. I don't think we really have anything, but I'm just going to go to our room
After
and
you,
kind of
Crow.
just put in our stuff into our room.
What stuff are you leaving in the room?
Yeah, I just realized that we don't really have anything to leave in the room, so maybe I won't do that. I'll just kind of put my forearms and like cross my forearms and try to find somewhere to sit because I've been standing for far too long.
There's a chair, or you could sit on one of the beds, or I suppose on the floor.
All right, I'll take a seat on the chair.
Okay.
Well, feel me in, Drake.
We're going to go to the port tonight to try and make a move on our plan to make it so we can start getting our allies in the city with redirecting the droids regular shifts. So we're going to go in there tonight and try and get that done. we're using this as a cover in case we need to come back and lay low before we're done.
Of course, Master Jedi. You can use either of these rooms as much as you like. I'll tell the receptionist to not mind you coming and going. You're just handling your merchant business. We're merchants here.
You shouldn't need to say much. I highly doubt they'll see us slip in and out.
Y'all be careful out there.
When are we ever not careful?
Listen, there's a high possibility that we could be using this as a place to hang low if things do go south. So if anyone comes and asks questions before or after we come back with you, Garabik, I hope you do fully understand that you did not see us.
I don't answer no questions to cops.
That's what I like to hear.
More importantly, to droids.
Now y'all stay safe out there.
Will do. And I'm gonna walk up to I'm gonna stand up, lean heavily on my cane, kind of walk over. Is there a window?
Yeah, there's a window in the room.
All right, how high are we up off of the ground right now?
You're on the second floor, so it's about 20 feet.
Does the window open?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna open the window. And I'm gonna lean heavily on the windowsill and kind of just peek out. Is there a easier way to get down, like a ladder or something like that?
This window actually opens up into an alley, and there is a fire escape.
Be like, how convenient. And I'm gonna start climbing down.
Nice.
Likewise.
Same.
I follow.
Everybody's taking the back door out.
Do you really think we're gonna jump down to there? No, that would cause a lot of distractions.
Do you really think they would jump down? Have you met Sar?
True.
Or me.
Hi, this is my apprentice, Saw. Pleased to meet each other.
Alright, so pause real quick out of game. Do we want to try and do the
Fuck
action
yes.
tonight? Alright, let's do it. It might
Right,
run
guys?
just a little bit long.
Alright, guys?
It should be
Yeah,
okay.
if we don't get it all done, we can come back to it next week, but we can definitely get started on it. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet.
Either way, I'm blowing something up tonight.
Going to the Port Authority building was not planned, so we're going to theater of mind this thing a little bit.
Beautiful.
But, alright, let's jump back in. As you descend the fire escape down to the alley, and you're just heading straight to the Port Authority?
Yeah, if we can, to travel by, via alley, just to try to lay
Yep.
low as much as possible.
Absolutely, that's probably smarter. You stay in the alleys, avoiding the droid patrols, and it is starting to get late, so there's not very many people out in the street anymore. But you do manage to work your way over to the Port Authority main offices, which are actually, it appears unguarded. That you spy a couple of auto turrets built into the onto the corners of the building, but there are no droids here. at this time.
Okay. As we kind of get into like looking distance, I want to kind of just can we like I don't know, can we kind of get like a 360 of the place, kind of see like what we're dealing with here? Any alternate entrances, ladders to the roof, open windows that are openable, etc.
So it's a rather large building standing alone next to the spaceport. So if you were able to work your way up up in one of the docking bays, you may be able to jump onto the roof of the administration building, or there are two entrances, one main entrance at the front and a smaller staff entrance over on a different wall.
Do you guys see that right there on the side? That staff entrance
Yeah.
over there to the left.
How tall is the building?
How tall is the building?
Aye.
It's 4 stories.
I was gonna say if it was just like that first floor, Master, I'll give you a boost up top.
So on that side building, is there like any cameras or anything right there?
There are cameras with the on the corners of the buildings. There are cameras and the auto turrets, but that's all you spot around the administration building.
Do you think it's viable for one to sneak up to the door without being seen?
Not likely, but you could try.
Okay.
Or you could potentially do something to take out one of the cameras.
All right, I am going to walk up to Sar, and I'm going to like kind of lean heavily on a cane, and I'm like, being nonchalant and looking past him, but I'm like clearly whispering to him. I am going to kind of reach out and grab onto your shoulder, and I'm gonna say, I do believe in you. I believe you can walk right up to the door and disable the cameras so we can walk our merry asses in there. And as I do this, I'm going to cast Improved Force Camouflage. And if Trev is willing, Sar is willing, he vanishes from sight.
I am willing all the way through.
You have 1 minute. And I kind of just push you.
Alright, so I'm invisible, and I want to go up to this camera, and how high is the camera off the ground?
The camera is up on the corner of the building, so it's about 40 feet off the ground.
Oh, fuck. Just try to open the door.
Wow.
Try to open the door.
I want to open the door.
Do you want to make a tech check to hack the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tech is intelligence. Right there, you get up to
Okay.
10.
9. I got a 19.
You crack it, no problem. In a matter of just a couple seconds, you slice the door open and set off no alarms.
And when the door opens up, I will sprint in as fast as I can, using the force to aid me. I will cast Burst of Speed on myself to give myself... And actually, I can increase it, I believe.
Yeah, you can upcast it.
And that gives me extra targets, correct? Regardless, I think I'm going to dash in, using like the force to make me dash in. Yeah, I can do this. I'm gonna force potency it. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level so that Drakenstar and Josmo also have an increased speed, and you just see us like force sprint into the fucking door.
Alright, you move, it's almost as a blur through the now open door right past invisible Sar and into the building.
And as soon as we, enter the building, I will drop concentration on invisible SAR. Nothing like a little breaking an entry, eh, SAR?
Reminds me of my old life before I became a Jedi apprentice.
And you enter a narrow hallway that leads into the office side. There's a sign that says passports, and another sign for an office that says shipping and mercantile.
I'm gonna
There's
I'm gonna gently turn and shut the door behind us, but I'm not gonna shut the door. It's just barely open.
okay, just leaving it just barely open.
Yeah, so it looks shut, but if we were to yank on it, it'd be open.
Okay.
All right. Well, Sar, this is kind of your specialty. Mine was just getting us in. Take over.
Alright, I said in a whisper, everyone quiet. Everyone quiet. We cannot be loud at all. There is any sort of movement, camera, anything you spot, you tap me and let me know. And after I say that, I want to look around for any cameras, any doors, any alarms.
Gonna do an investigation.
Investigation. I'll be under. Investigation be under. +6. 17.
You do see that there are once again cameras in the there are cameras in the four corners of the large central area where the where like people would be passing through with business, but you don't see any cameras or anything in the office, nor is there any active security system beyond what's on the outside.
Would the camera spot me if I was to head towards the office?
No, since you guys came in the staff entrance, you're in like the back hallway. So there's you have or like the direct entrance to the office areas rather than the public areas where the cameras are.
Alright, I turn around and I say quietly, what's the plan here? Are we blowing this place up or are we hacking it?
No, Sar, we need to go in there and trick the display and the automatic system into allowing our... Let's just trick it to automatically replying to an automatic landing for the next 24 hours. Can you do that?
Yeah, I just need you guys to stay here and cover my back, and I'll head into the office.
I mean, we'll come with you to the office.
It'd be okay. So there's 4 of us here?
Yeah.
Yep, just the 4 of you.
Alright, I say Drakenstar and Josmo. You stay here.
Just go to the office. Let's all go. Why? What do you mean? We're fine.
We're wasting time. Let's move.
We don't have much time.
Then I'll break.
Very well.
Then I'll break them if they come. Now let's go. We're wasting time.
Alright, move! And I go into the office.
As we kind of all head into the office, you see Silas reach up to his eye and pop out the eye, and it like transforms into like a spider. It has like 4 legs, and I just kind of attach it to the side wall, aimed toward the front door. And when I do that, I kind of just grab onto Drakenstar's robes. And he's been with me, so he would know that I have very difficult seeing when I'm in this mode. So I'm kind of just hanging on to him to guide me for movement.
Awesome.
When you're looking through. Alright, I want to try to hack into these, like, porting stuff, desk things. And I'm going to try to hack it and make it to where it accepts all landing for at least 48 hours.
All right, go ahead and make a technology check for me.
That's 10.
Get plus 10.
Plus 10.
No! Oh my god.
Inspiration.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, I got a natural 1, but I'm using inspiration.
Oh my gosh, clutch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's not much better.
14.
You get a message on your computer or on your terminal that this terminal doesn't have the authority for that. You're going to have to access one of the main the head administrator's terminal for that up on the top floor.
I'm like looking at you, like, what's wrong?
Wrong terminal. We have to make it to the top floor. This one can't do anything.
Shit. Well, hurry, we don't have much time. We don't know how much longer we have in here. We're following you, Silas. Sar.
Hold on, I want to see if I can actually hack into the cameras.
Sure. You have access to the camera system with that, we'll say. And you do not see anyone else. You can't see yourself either because, like I said, there's no cameras in this office area.
Okay, I want to disable all the cameras from here.
Ooh, interesting. You want to make another check for me? For that attempt?
13. 23.
23.
Ooh, nailed it. Shut him off.
Alright, cameras are down. We can be a little bit louder, but not too loud, and we can move freely.
Yeah.
And I want to make my way to like, stairs. To get
There's a turbo lift out in the public lobby. That, yeah, I mean, since you've disabled the cameras, there's nothing stopping you from just moving freely.
Sweet.
Alright, I say turbo lift all the way.
Yes, I agree.
And we
Sure.
take the turbo lift all the way up.
As we run past the hallway, you will see Silas reach out his hand and use the force to suck his eye back to his hand, and he pops it back into his eyeball.
Ew. Sounds kind of gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Like, you guys see, like, the 4 legs of the spider, like, elongate straight out, and you see they go into his eye hole and kind of do unknowing things back there in the depths of his dark eye.
I'm the only one who knows what they do.
Josmo just kind of like looks to you and is like,
So, like,
why
your
do you
eye
do
socket's
that?
bigger, and the eyes in the like.
It's genius, isn't it?
What happens?
Disgusting,
Is, like,
that's
your
what it
eye
is.
socket hole is
Joshua
about this
says.
long,
It's definitely disgusting, but useful.
and the legs just go straight back, and then it just slides in like that, and then there's the spot that connects to your brain that lets you see.
We do what we have with what we got. Ain't that right, Crow?
So you know.
Agreed.
Where did my dice on a nat one?
As you arrive at the top of the office area, the turbo lift door opens. And you enter what looks like a large reception area and you hear from the back room, "Oh shit!" and a breaking of glass.
Jasmine's like kind of stops and it's like, wait, we're not alone.
Alright, I'm tremor sensing this. You see Sar just rub his hand on the ground, and I want to sense any movement.
You hear two people in the next room frantically running around.
There's two others. Next room. What direction? Directly ahead, off to the left or right?
Yeah, like there's a reception desk in front of you, and then there's a door behind that leads to the room where the people are.
All right, I'm gonna run up to the door. Is there like a window? I just want to kind of peek through the window if there is.
There isn't, but the door is sitting slightly open.
Okay, I'm gonna take my eye out and slowly like reach my hand in and try to see what I can see with the eye.
You see, you send your eye out.
No, I'm holding onto it still, but I'll
You're
just wanna,
holding
like,
onto it.
yeah.
You see a large decorative desk of a dark wood, and with several pieces of clothing laying on top of it.
Ha!
I'm going to bring my hand back in slowly and turn back around. They need their privacy. And did I see a terminal in there, or did it look like a private room?
There would have been a terminal on the desk, yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn to Sar and I'm gonna be like, "Can you program this to go and disarm and change the frequency or whatever you were trying to do earlier down there? Can you do this to the eye?"
I'm gonna say you probably can't do that that much with your surveillance eye.
All right. So you just shake your head no. I'm gonna be like, "Okay. Can you sneak your way over there and do it quietly? And Sar, don't look."
You see Sar actually reach behind him, and he pulls out his vibro dagger. And he's actually back wielding it, and I want to sneak into the room.
Before he walks in, I'm gonna grab the back of his hand and I'm gonna turn him around. Only if you need it, understood?
This is... It's... Yes.
Get in and out. They shouldn't see you.
If they do,
If they do, we'll bust in. We don't need to kill anybody.
maybe for cuts if they try anything.
Just get in. Just get in. Change the terminal and let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright, got it. I sneak into the room.
As you open the door, a man stands up from behind the desk who is wearing an office shirt and his underwear. He says, all right, you got me. What do you want to keep quiet?"
Make all landings open for 48 hours.
At that point,
Wait,
I feel like
who the hell are you?
yeah. At that point, I feel like I would walk in as well.
As would I.
As the dude suddenly becomes
Yep.
much more shy and sits down at his desk, and
I'm gonna be like,
You
I'm gonna
can-
I'm gonna motion my head towards Drakenstar. Go grab him.
I did.
I'm gonna be like,
you go
"This-
grab him.
I restrain him quickly.
As he
Yes,
you
subtly,
grab
but-
him, and he starts kicking his legs and going, "No, what the hell is going on here? Who the hell are you people, and what are you
Shut up.
even..."
I pull out my great saber and
Shut
I
up.
ignite it, just in case.
Is he the only one in the room, or is there somebody else?
There's Star would sense with his tremor sense that there's someone also hiding under the desk.
There's another one behind the desk.
I will use the
Come
out, you.
force.
Now,
I'll use the force just casually. Like you don't even see my Silas's hand move actually. I will use push/pull. It's at will, and you just see the desk slide towards me, exposing whoever is underneath. Stand up. We've caught you both red-handed.
As a small droid stands up from under the desk, and says, "Oh my."
I'm gonna like look around. Is there like a name of the building or anything, like Enterprises or like anything like that?
It's just the Onderon Spaceport Authority.
All right, I'm gonna be like,
The Iziz Spaceport Authority.
I'm gonna like reach into my coat and pretend like I wave a badge and put it back in there and be like, listen here, we're with the Iziz. Whatever you just said, I'm so sorry.
Spaceport Authority.
We're with the Iziz Spaceport Authority, and we're onto you. You've been coming here day after day, and the higher ups are sick of your shit. Listen, we're gonna come in here, and we have to make some maintenance real quick. You keep quiet, and we'll keep quiet. Understood?
I'll whatever you say, sir.
What's your name? Give me your credentials, and I'll like walk up to him and hold out my hand. Give me your ID.
He goes to grab something out of his pocket and realizes he's not wearing his pants, and says, "It's just that they're on the desk."
Josmo, get the pants.
Got it. And I walk over to get the pants.
You're in a lot of trouble, you. You know, we've caught you. Do you not see the cameras everywhere?
Well, yeah, I just stay in the office after hours sometimes for a bit of fun. It's nothing. Nobody's got hurt.
You make
A
me
little bit
sick.
of funny.
Oh God, no! No! I think I know what he's doing.
As you pull his ID out of his pants, you see his name is Ivan Sidorak.
Oh my God.
The name's Ivan Sidorak.
Well, Ivan, you're in a lot of you're on deep shit here. You realize if any of us say a word, there goes your job, right?
I'm not saying a damn thing.
Josmo, give him his pants. Get him out of here.
I just throw his pants at his face.
Dude,
Crow, make sure your eye takes a few pictures just for evidence, just in case. I wink at him. Make sure we definitely have video proof on this in case he does decide to open his mouth.
He won't open his mouth. We've got too much dirt on him.
Yeah, about that. Josma like kind of like gives him like a very suspicious looking look and turns to Crow and mutters like kind of close to his ear. Do you think we should kill him?
I'm gonna reach out with the force and keep the door from opening before he escapes. We're not gonna have any problems, right?
No, of course not. He looks at Josmo with his lightsaber out. No problems at all. No, just
know, my buddy here, and I nudge towards Drake. He'll not only come after you, but your family, your children, everybody in contact with you. And mark my words, you will be the last. Is that understood?
I just give him as I restrain him, I give him a start squeeze with my powerful grip, as he can feel the potential bone-crushing grip on his shoulder.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger on him.
as he's sitting there in Drake's bear hug with his pants on his face. He goes, Okay. You don't have anything to worry about for me. I didn't even see your faces. I don't know there's nobody here.
Good.
Do I believe him at all?
What about the droid? Does she ever?
Do you want to make an insight check for me, James?
Yep. Oh baby, that is a 28.
Yeah, he is absolutely. He's losing his shit. He's just fully flustered, and he is beyond the life threats and the embarrassment of being caught in his after hours silliness. He is just ready to do whatever you say.
What about the droid? Does it have any record? Will it have any recording on us in this room?
I wipe its memory every day anyway.
You better be telling the truth.
Wipe it now.
I walk up to the droid and I just shut it off, and I say, "All right, is there any passwords on your computer here? Monitor."
Yes, the password is I heart BD7.
You make me sick. Get out of here.
Just type it in.
And I'll like release the door.
What is
As he grabs his pants and runs out without even putting them on.
Okay, too, sir.
We need to hurry up and get out of here.
Right,
yeah, hurry up. We need to get out of here. The longer we're here, the longer we have exposed.
I log into the computer and I want to hack it, and I want to make it to where all landings are accepted for 48 hours.
Alright, go ahead and give me a tech check again for this one.
19.
19.
You got it. You managed to adjust the system, the automated approval system, to where now it is approving not just all merchant ships with the correct tracking codes, but all ships, effectively completely shutting down the anti-air defenses.
Alright.
God, you guys are brilliant. That's awesome.
And there's also there's one more thing I want to do, and I want to make it to where the cameras turn on in 10 minutes.
After we leave.
So they'll turn on after we leave, basically.
Nice. I'm gonna say with that sick roll you got that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just call that part of the same action.
Josmo kind of like looks at Master Crone and is like, what the hell is that strange fellow doing here?
It's better left to the imagination, Josmo.
And you see Sar, you like see Sar's face, and he is just disgusted.
It's better not to think about it. Come on. Let's go back and get a good night's sleep. We have a lot to do in the morning.
I agree.
Oh my,
Alright. You managed to work your way back out in time for to get out by before the cameras turn back on, and silently work your way back to the hotel where you were staying, where you arrived just before sunrise.
Nice. Nice. Oh. Well, that was a...
Guys, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Indeed.
People are perverts.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sorry, I had to have a little fun there.
It's all good, man.
Was that droid really?
No, that was hilarious. I'm glad you did that. I was honestly expecting it to be. Yeah, it was a droid doing some adult stuff, kiddo. That's
like we
all
said,
we're gonna
it's
go.
better
That's all we're
left
gonna
to the
say.
it's better left to the
I honestly thought it was
imagination.
gonna.
I hope you guys had as
Mind
much
you,
fun
you
as
all
I
are.
did on that
Mind
one.
y'all.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was fine. That was fun.
I got to play lots of fun characters in that
Oh,
one.
All right, is that the
Oh yeah, that
sesh?
was a fun little thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we wrap it with that for now.
Hell
That
yeah.
was
I
G-
honestly was gonna wanting to kill that guy.
Hell yeah. GG's, guys.
Oh, I know you were.